In today's class, we are discussing an interesting and important chapter, that is sets, relations and functions. What is a set? Set is a collection of well-defined distinct objects. Always we write, so we have two forms to represent a set. The first one is roster form, the second one is set builder form. A set containing no element is called as null set or empty set. A set containing only one element is called as what? Singleton. In the set, we'll have only one element. If you write the elements by separating with commas, we call it as roster form or tabular form. Welcome to the session, dear students. In today's class, we are discussing an interesting and important chapter, that is sets, relations and functions. This is a key chapter to understand many other chapters. So we'll study what is a set and different types of sets and its applications. Now, so first we'll see what is a set, the definition, and we'll also see the content, that is notation, and how to represent elements. So now, what is a set? Set is a collection of well-defined distinct objects. Set is a collection of what? Well-defined distinct object. For example, if I take set of natural numbers less than 6, set of natural numbers less than 6. If I talk about this, now set of natural numbers less than 6. What are the numbers? Natural numbers means numbers starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less than 6 means I should stop at 5. So I wrote a set. It's a collection of what? Well-defined and distinct object. Here all the objects are different. No element is repeated. And always we represent set using a capital letter. Set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is collection of well-defined objects. The definition is what? Natural numbers less than 6. And here you have to understand how to represent a set. Always we write a set using capital letter. And members of set, we call them as elements. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are called as elements of the set. And elements should be separated by comma. Each element should be separated by comma. So now I gave a small example for set. I wrote a set of natural numbers less than 6. And this example I took to make you understand how to write a set and how to write the members of a set and what are members of set called as. How to write a set? Always set we should write using a capital letter, and elements of set we call them as members of set. Members of set are also called as what? Elements of set, and each element should be separated by a comma and every element should be distinct. See, no two elements are repeated. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಬೇರೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸೆಟ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲೆಟರಿಂದ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So this is the notation of set. Coming to this, a set is always represented by capital letters. A set is always represented by what? Capital letters. And if an element of a set is capital A, then we write it as A belongs to A. See here, there are so many elements. If elements are inside the set, so now I can say 2. 2 is in the set. So I'll say 2 belongs to A. Now you should also understand how to read this. What is this symbol stands for? Belongs to. We say belongs to. If element is present in the set, we say the element belongs to set. Here 2 belongs to A. 2 belongs to what? A. Similarly, 5. What about 5? 5 is present in the set A. So I can say 5 belongs to A. 3 belongs to A. And if I take 10, is 10 present in the set A? 10 set alidya? Illa. So set 10 is not present in the set, so we say 10 does not belongs to A. And we read this symbol as what? Does not belongs to. And this is read as does not belongs to. Now coming to the point, I told you what is a set. What is a set? Set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. Set is well-defined collection of distinct objects. Always set is denoted using capital letter, and members of set we call them as elements of set. And if an element is present in the set, we say that element belongs to the set. So 2 belongs to A. 5 belongs to A, 3 belongs to A, 4 belongs to A. If element is not present in the set, we say the element does not belong to A. For example, 10 does not belong to A. Now coming to this, just now I told you, set means what? Collection of well-defined distinct objects. One more set I'll take, set of ovals in English. Set of ovals in English. What are the set of ovals in English? Capital A is equal to, what are the ovals in English? A, E, I, O, U. They are well defined. So you cannot write any other alphabets in the place of vowels. The vowels are defined. So these are the elements. Set of vowels in English, that is A, E, I, O, U. Now coming to the other example, if I ask set of beautiful flowers. So set of beautiful flowers. If I ask you to write set of beautiful flowers, so remember, set of beautiful flowers, if I ask you to write set of beautiful flowers, this is not a set. Why? Because if I say, sir, I can write the set, I'll say rose, jasmine. So like that I'll write the set of flowers. So for someone, rose may be beautiful. For someone, rose may not be beautiful. For someone, jasmine may be beautiful. For someone, lily may be beautiful. So set of beautiful flowers. Beautiful is one's appeal, or beautiful is one's opinion. For some people, something is beautiful. So this is not a well defined. It's not well defined. It's not universally accepted. It's not well defined. It's not well defined. So I told you, set of talented cricket players. For someone, or set of best batsmen. For some people may be best. For some. So when I use the word beautiful, best, interesting, all these things will not be well defined. So therefore, they do not form a set. And set of vowels, A, E, I, O, U. The elements are universally accepted. They are fixed. So this forms a set. But the set of beautiful flowers does not form a set. That also you should remember. Okay, coming back to this. Now I told you what is a set. What is a set? Set is a collection of well-defined distinct objects. Always we write set using capital letters, and members of set we call them as elements. And if element is present in the set, we say belongs to. And if it's not present in the set, we just say does not belongs to. Now, my dear students, how to read this? How to read this? We read this as what? Belongs to. And how to read this? We read this as does not belongs to. Now going ahead, we have methods of representing a set. How to represent a set? So we have two methods to represent. One is roster form. Other name for roster form is what? Tabular form. And the second form is set builder form. So we have two forms to represent a set. The first one is roster form. The second one is set builder form. So roster form and set builder form. Other name for roster form is tabular form. Other name for set builder form is rule form. So these are the two methods to represent any set. Now coming to this, what is meant by roster form? So in this form, roster form, I told you, it is also called as tabular form. In this form, we represent the elements in curly brackets, and we'll write all the elements by separating the elements by comma. We'll write the elements, all the elements of set are written inside the curly brackets by separating each element using a comma. All the elements are listed and separated by commas enclosed in curly brackets. For example, the set of even numbers between 0 and 10. What are the even numbers between 0 and 10? 2, 4, 6, 8. So I wrote a set. Set A, always set is represented by capital letter, and the elements you should write. What are the elements between 0 to 10, which are even numbers? The even numbers between 0 to 10 is what? 2, 4, 6, 8. So I wrote it. This is a best example for what? Roster form. And say other set will define B is equal to set of natural numbers less than 8. So now, is B collection of well-defined objects? Yes. Natural numbers, and they should be less than 8. So now how to write? Say I wrote a B, description of B. Now I want to write this in what form? Roster form. Roster form is also called as what? Tabular form. So in roster form or tabular form, how to write this set? So I can write this as B is equal to, you write the elements. What are the elements? Natural numbers. Till what? Less than 8. What are the natural numbers? Natural numbers means number starting from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the natural numbers less than 8. Just now I wrote set B. What is set B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what does this represent? This represents set of elements, and this set of elements, whatever I wrote here, they are in what form? Roster form or tabular form. What is meant by roster form or tabular form? We have to write the elements in the curly brackets by separating each element using comma. What are the natural numbers less than 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 till 7 means less than 8. So this is a representation. So one method I told you. How many methods we can represent any set? Set can be represented in two methods. One is roster form, the other one is set builder form. And for roster form, other name is tabular form, and for set builder form, the other name is rule method. So now we go forward for the second method, that is set builder form. Here in this set builder form, we don't write the elements in the set. In spite of that, we'll write the characteristic of that element. So all the elements of a set possess a common property, single common property. Every element in the set possesses a single common property which is not possessed by other elements outside the set. That property we'll write. We don't write the elements. We'll write the property, or we'll write the rule. That's why we call it as rule method. For example, we see set is A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I have written a set. This is in what form? This is in tabular form or roster form. This is in tabular form or roster form because I wrote the elements. And this can be written in set builder form. This I can write in what form? Set builder form. Set builder form means we should not write elements. In spite of that, we should write the characteristic property possessed by each and every element of the set. So how to represent it? We'll write it as A is equal to X, such that X belongs to natural number. These are natural numbers and less than 6. So here, dear students, observe, we wrote set A is equal to X, means set A contains element X such that X belongs to the natural number and the X value is less than 6. And the X value is what? Less than 6. For example, if I ask you to write B is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are the even numbers. So how to write this? I can write B is equal to X such that I can say same, X belongs to natural number, or we say the other ways. I can also write, we are supposed to write what? We are supposed to write the rule. How to write the rule? So I should not write the elements 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I am writing in set builder form. In set builder form, we should not write the elements. In spite, we should write the characteristic of the element. So B is equal to X such that, we read this as what? Such that X is equal to 2 times N, 2 multiple, where N belongs to natural numbers and N is less than 6. So in the place of N, put natural numbers. What are the natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. So if I put 1, 2 ones are 2. If I put N is equal to 2, 2 twos are 4. If I put N is equal to 3, 2 threes are 6. If I put N is equal to 4, I'll get 8. N is equal to 5, I'll get 10. N is equal to 6, I should not put, I'll get 12. Till it ends at 10. So I told N is a natural number and less than what? 6. So like that, in set builder form, we don't write the elements. We'll write the characteristic or common property possessed by element. For example, I'll take capital, okay, already we have given A. I'll take any set, say M, capital M. Set M is equal to A, E, I, O, U. So now I wrote a set, and this set is in what form? This set is in roster form or tabular form. This is in roster form or tabular form. Why? Because I have written elements. If you write the elements by separating with commas, we call it as roster form or tabular form. So now I will write this in set builder form. How to write this in set builder form? M is equal to X such that X is in oval. X is in what? Oval. In English alphabets. I hope all of you understood this. Instead of writing the elements, we'll write the common special property or single common property possessed by every element. So now every element here is an oval. A is an oval. E, I, O, U. So that's what we say. So in set builder form, we'll write the single common property possessed by element. Every element possesses a single common property. That property will write. Will describe the property, or will write the rule obeyed by the element. Will not write the elements. That's why we call it a set builder form. Using this, we can build a set in raster form. That's why it is set builder form. So using this explanation, you can build the set. Okay, my dear students, now I started with what is a set. I also taught you how many types of representing a set. What is a set? What is meant by set? Set is collection of well-defined distinct object. Set is a collection of well-defined distinct object. Set of integers, set of natural numbers, set of odd integers. So these are all well-defined sets. And if I talk about set of beautiful flowers, it's not a set, because beautiful word, when I use that. So for some people, some flowers are beautiful, for some it may not be. So we say it is not well defined. Then I taught you how many methods you can represent a set. How many methods are there to represent a set? We have two methods. What are they? One is roster form, or we say tabular form. The other one is set builder form, or we can say rule form. Now going ahead. So types of set. So first set is null set or empty set. What is the first set? We can say null set or empty set. What is meant by null set or empty set? A set containing no element is called as null set or empty set. So if I take any set with no elements, empty set. For example, set of all even prime numbers less than 2 or other than 2. Even prime numbers other than 2. Only even prime number is 2. Other than 2, we don't have prime numbers which are even. They want even prime numbers. What is the even prime number? 2. But they want you to write a set. They want you to write a set which are all even prime numbers. Do we have any even prime numbers other than 2? No. So that's it. So like that, we can define so many sets where elements are not possible. We say null set. Coming to the point. Here, representation of null set, psi stands for null set, or you can write null set means writing the flower brackets without any elements. This is also null set, this is also null set. Remember, if I write like this is not null set. This is called a singleton. Now I call this as element. Now this will act as what? Element. So null set cannot be represented as both at a time. If you write psi inside the flower brackets, then we call it as an set containing single element. So null set, you can write empty flower brackets, or you can write this symbol, but you should not include symbol in this. Remember that. Okay, coming to this. So now just I told what is a null set. What is the other name for null set? Empty set. Empty set or null set, both are same. A set without any elements. A set containing no elements in it. A set containing no elements in it is called as null set. One simple example I gave, set of what? All even numbers less than 2. Or I'll say another set. Set A is equal to set of natural numbers. Set of what? Natural numbers less than set of natural number less than 1. Do we have any natural number less than 1? Natural number starts from 1, 1, 2, 3. Do we have any natural number less than 1? Less than 1, we don't have. So less than 1, we have numbers, 0, but 0 is not natural numbers. So this is a null set. So A is a null set. We cannot get any single element. We can get numbers less than 1, but we don't get natural numbers less than 1. All of you know what are natural numbers. So in mathematics, natural numbers means set n containing elements 1, 2, 3, so on. Natural number starts from 1. We don't have natural number less than 1. So if they ask you to write set of natural numbers less than 1, so it's an empty set or null set. I can write A is equal to this or A is equal to this. Both are same. I hope all of you understood. First type of set, that is null set. Empty set is also called as what? Null set. What is null set? A set containing no elements is called as null set. Then we have singleton. See, singleton, the word itself says single. A set containing only one element in it is called as singleton. A set containing only one element is called as what? Singleton. In the set, we'll have only one element, that is singleton. For example, A is equal to 1. So A is equal to x such that x minus 1 equal to 0. They gave in rule method. or they gave in set builder form. So they told that x such that x minus 1 equal to 0. So if you solve x minus 1 equal to 0, you will get x is equal to what? 1. So the set contains only one element called 1. Or if I say set of natural numbers less than 2. So I'll write in set builder form x such that x belongs to natural number and x less than 2. So x is a natural number and it should be less than 2. What is the natural number less than 2? 1 is the natural number less than 2. We'll get only one element. This is singleton. This is singleton. What is meant by singleton? Any set containing one element. If I write set C is equal to small a, so this is also singleton. What is singleton? Set containing only one element is called as singleton. A set which contains only one element is called as what? Singleton. Now we have finite and infinite sets. So what is a finite set? A set is called as finite set if it contains finite number of elements, countable number of elements. For example, set A, how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3. It contains only 3 elements. Set B, how many elements are there? A, B, C, if I write. So set B contains 3 elements. So we say number of elements in B is 3. Number of elements is called as cardinal number. Number of elements in a set is called as what? Cardinal number. Now cardinal number of A is what? 3. Cardinal number of B is what? 3. So now suppose if I have set P is equal to x, y, z and alpha, beta. How many elements are there in set P? Number of elements in set P is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. This is also finite. This is a finite set. Set of natural numbers less than 10. 1 to 9. That is also finite set. Finite set means what? A set which contains finite number of elements. So example A is equal to 1, 2, 3. It contains 3 elements. Set of prime numbers less than 9. What are the set of prime numbers less than 9? What are the prime numbers less than 9? 2, 3, 5, 7. So we have exactly 4 elements. And a set which is not finite, we call it as infinite. Set of natural numbers is infinite. Set of natural numbers. What is set of natural numbers? Natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes on. Starts with 1 and ends at infinity. There are infinite natural numbers. So this is an infinite set. So a set which is not finite is infinite. Means it has infinite elements. Then we have other important concept called equal and equivalent sets. Equal and equivalent sets. See, first we'll go to equal sets. First we'll study equal sets. Two sets are said to be equal sets if they are identical. If they are what? Identical. And if they have exactly same elements. Both should contain same elements. For example, I wrote set A. What are the elements? 1, 3, 8. Set B. What are the elements? 8, 3, 1. Please observe. A and B both are having same elements. A and B both are having same elements. Here also we have 1. Here also we have 1. Here also we have 3. Here also we have 3. Here also we have 8. Here also we have 8. So set A is 1, 3, 8 and set B is 8, 1, 3. They are equal sets. They are A is equal to B, I can say. Please understand. Here elements are not arranged properly. Here they are in ascending 1, 3, 8. Means in any set, order of writing the elements is immaterial. However you write elements, we can consider 1, 3, 8 or 8, 3, 1 both are same. Elements na ನೀವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ arrange ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. However you want, you can arrange the element. Suppose if I write one more set, say set A is equal to 3, 8, 1. This is also identical. This is also equal. A, B, C all are equal, I can say. Two sets are said to be equal if they have exactly same elements. Both should have exactly same elements. Here 1 is there, here also 1 is there. Both are containing equal elements, 3 elements, and the 3 elements are same, but they are arranged in different order. Let them arrange in any. So order is immaterial. How you arrange is immaterial. So suppose if I write set containing alpha, beta, gamma, and the other set containing beta, alpha, gamma, both are equal because both are having exactly same elements. Two sets are said to be equal sets if they have identical elements. So we say two sets A and B are said to be equal if they have exactly same elements. If they have what? Exactly, if they have exactly same elements, we call them as equal sets. Then equivalent sets, interesting. See, there I taught you equal sets. Now I am going for what? Equivalent sets. What are equivalent sets? So equivalent sets means two finite sets A and B are said to be equivalent if they have same number of elements. We are not bothered about same elements. They should have same number of elements. Number of elements in first set and number of elements in second set, if both are same, we say equivalent. For example, set A is A, E, I, O, U, ovals. There are 4 elements. N of A, if you take, exactly 4. Now set B, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n of B, number of elements in set B is also 4. If number of elements in A is equal to number of elements in B, we call these two as equivalent sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. B is having how many elements? 5 elements. A is having how many elements? 5 elements. So A and B both are having how many elements? 5 elements each. A is having 5 elements and B is also having 5 elements. So their cardinal numbers are same. What are same? Cardinal numbers are same. Therefore, I call them as equivalent sets. What do we call them as? Equivalent sets. I hope all of you understood what is the difference between equal sets and equivalent sets. Equal sets means elements should be identical. Both the sets should contain same elements. Equivalent means number of elements should be same. Elements may be different, number of elements. Here A, E, I, O, U, 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 elements. N of A is equal to N of B. So therefore, they are equivalent. Now, equal sets, you know, and equivalent sets, you know. Now we'll go ahead with subset. What is a subset? Each and every element of A is an element of B. If each and every element of A is an element of B, then we call A is subset of B. For example, I wrote A is equal to 1, 2, B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now each element of A, 1 belongs to A and the same one also belongs to what? B. 2 belongs to A and the 2 also belongs to B if you check. Each and every element of A should be present in B. And in B, it can contain more elements also. So we say A is subset, A is a part of B, A is subset of B, or we say A is contained in B. We say what? A is contained in B. So now my question to you, if I write A is equal to 1, 3, 5, I wrote A is what? 1, 3, 5. I'll write other set, say B. B I'll write 1, 3, 5, 9, 10. What about A and B? Every element of A is also present in B. 1 is present in B, 3 is present in B, 5 is present in B. Clearly I can say A is subset of B. Now I'll give one more example, decide whether it is a subset or not. I'll take a set called M. I'm taking a set. What is the set? M. M is 1, 3, 5, 9. I'll take N. Another set N. 1, 3, 9, 11, 12, 14. Now my question to you, is M subset of N? Is M subset of N? Is it true or false? And this symbol stands for what? Subset of. How to read this? A is subset of B. Now my question to you is M subset of N? 1 present in M is also present in N. 3 is there, but 5 is present in M. Search for 5, 5 is not present in N. So therefore I can say M is not a subset. If I write like this, what we read this as not a subset of N. Since, what is the reason? Since 5 is an element belongs to M, but same 5 does not belong to N. What is the conclusion? Every element in the subset should belong to the main set, or every element in the subset should belong to the superset, we'll say. So now A is a subset of B and B is superset of A. Now coming to this, so many subsets. Set of basic mathematics students in set of commerce students is a subset of commerce students. Commerce students means what? In commerce students we'll have say computer science students, basic math students. So set of basic math students in set of commerce students is a subset. So set of second PUC students in set of students in Vidyashram college, if I take, set of second PUC students is subset. So subset means part of big set, and this is a symbol used to represent a subset. And we read this as A is subset of B. How to read this? A is subset of B. And A is 1, 2, B is 1, 2, 3, 4. And we read this as A is subset of B, and we write subsets like this. Now, further, proper subset, interesting and important. For any set, you can write subsets. For example, I'll take a simple set called A is equal to A, B, C, 3 elements, and subsets, one of the subset is A, and element with only B, single tensile, right, C. These are all subsets. Or I can take two elements, A, B, B, C, I can take C, A. These are all subsets of A. Or I can write AC. Or at the same time I can write ABC itself. Remember, my dear student, every set is subset of itself. Every set is what? Subset of itself. And null set, empty set is also subset of any set. These two are fixed. So now ABC is what? Given set. Given set is a subset for itself, but this set is called as not a proper subset. This is a subset but not a proper subset. What is the meaning of proper subset? A set is said to be proper subset if it is subset of the given set and it should not be equal to the given set. Here A is equal to ABC is a proper subset of B. What is B? A, B, C, D. Here we have 4 elements, but here we have 3 elements. So what is meant by proper subset? A should be subset of B and A should not be equal to B. A should not be same as B. Here you can see A is a part of B. That is the thing. What is proper subset? A set capital A is said to be subset of B, proper subset of B, if each and every element of A is present in B and A should not be equal to B. Please remember, A should not be equal to B. If A is equal to B, then we call it as improper subset. And every set is subset of itself. Now, what is meant by proper subset? Capital A is a proper subset of capital B if every element of A is present in B and A should not be equal to B. Set A and set B both should not be same. In set A should be less than set B. Number of elements should be less. Power set. What is meant by power set? Interesting. Set of all the subsets for a given set is power set. What is power set? Set of all the subsets for a given set. For example, I took a set AB. Set is A comma B. What are the subsets for AB? Set containing one element, singletons, A alone, B alone, AB. These 3 are subsets and itself is a subset. And we say null set is a subset of every set. Null set is, say, for if I take a set A I took. What is set A comma B. How many subsets you can write? First you can write null set. Null set is a subset of every set. I can write singletons. I can write set with only A. I can write set with only B. Or I can write set containing 2 elements A, B. So now how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4 subsets I wrote. So A is A comma B. These are the subsets. Now I wrote this. And if I write this in a set, we call it as power set. Power set of A means set containing all the subsets. And in spite of empty set, you can write null set like this, psi. But you should not include null set in a flower bracket. Now my question to you. Can you write subsets? Can you write subsets for A is equal to P, Q, R? What are the subsets for this? I can write null set. Null set is a subset of every set, remember. And I can write set containing only one element, only P, or only Q, or only R. Or I can write set containing two elements. I can write PQ, I can write QR, I can write PR. Or I can write all 3 elements PQR. This many subsets I can write. After you write all the subsets, if you put them in a set, and that is called as power set. Power set is what? Set of all subsets. What is power set? Set of all subsets. And here in set A we have 2 elements. The number of elements in power set is 2 power number of elements in A. 2 power n of A. 2 power n of A means 2 power 2. 2 power 2 means 4. Here we have 3 elements. 2 power 3. 2 power 3, 8 subsets. So 8 different elements will be there in the power set. What is power set? Set of all subsets. What is power set? Set of all subsets for a given set. Now, just I'll conclude what we have done in today's class. Today I started with what is a set. Set means what? Collection of well-defined distinct objects. So, if I take set of natural numbers less than 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a well-defined set. And I told you which cannot be considered a set. Set of most beautiful flowers and set of famous cricket players. So like that, if I use the words, they are not well defined, they are not sets. Then I taught you methods of representing. How many methods we can use to represent a set? So to represent a set, we can use two methods. One is roster method or tabular method. The other one is set builder form or rule method. Then I taught you definition like subset, then power set, then we also studied null set, then we also studied singleton. So my dear students, sit and revise and become thorough with the definitions and examples, and then we can go ahead with the problems of the exercise. So I hope all of you understood this, and sit and recollect it, watch it carefully, and become thorough with this. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.